Hey, John, welcome back to the first Insider. We've decided the audio is now going out to everyone. Now, we're still going to have your hot tips, your trades, your sheets you send out. That's still part of the Insider and staying inside there. But the audio we're releasing out to everyone.
Yep.
And it's because we're right.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go that far.
No, actually, what we've been talking about for months actually has come to kind of come to the forefront now. Basically, what you have is a number of world events causing very good demand for our grains, and now we've entered like this grain demand market, and it's very different than what we've been dealing with. We've been dealing with oversupply, and we still have that. I mean, we had the report yesterday. We had second highest production ever. The yield's still in the 180s, even though it was a little bit lower than they thought. They added a bunch of acreage. So it was mainly negative except for the yield. And guess what? We're still going backwards in corn. The demand bull has finally showed up. We had one of the biggest days we've had in corn in a long time. After the report, everybody called and they were a little confused after the report, or a lot of people called. And they didn't understand what was going on exactly, and it's that, what I just said. You have a demand market building here. Now, that's great, but we don't want to see this thing shoot up like a missile and then kill that golden goose, the demand.
Yeah.
So it's this balancing act, but this has played out like we said, and, we kept saying, hold or market incrementally when it was profitable. Yep. And then it's nice to be rewarded for being right on a market that you could kind of see coming. It's not like we had it nailed and we knew this was going to happen for sure.
Definitely didn't have the timing.
Yeah, it's always tougher when a bull market starts, but that's what we have going for right now. Like, we have the production. It isn't even a weather issue. It isn't a supply issue. It's that we're chewing through the supply, and the same thing appears to be happening in soybeans. And over the last 6 or 7 months, it's been acting weird, not wanting to go down. Just all symptoms of grains are kind of moving to higher prices.
I mean, July went down. Let's not be. It was 12.40 down to 11.50.
But still, we were in 960s the last 2 years for soybeans. Right. I mean, you're a full $2 above that for the low.
Yep.
So it's moving down, and it does move back and forth. But you just had this. We don't want to go under $11 feeling anymore on very poor fundamentals, really. For soybeans, they proved everybody wrong.
Let's talk about the grains individually after the report. You touched on corn already, but wheat I thought was especially interesting because it was up, I think, 24 cents before the report, and actually was then only up 18 cents after the report. I found that interesting because I didn't think the numbers I thought they were fairly supportive for wheat. They added a little, right? But
yeah, it just was, the focus was more on corn for whatever reason. Wheat has the Russia-Ukraine thing going on. There's plenty going on with wheat. Definitely calls on wheat. What should I do? You can tell guys want to move some wheat, but they also want to go for that home run in wheat that happens every once in a while. And boy, you got to say this year could be one of those years. A lot more exciting for all this stuff. It's just a changed market after yesterday. And it's funny. It's just usually one of these reports with like these great numbers that can be faded. And it wasn't that report yesterday at all. It wasn't great numbers.
I didn't think bean number would look good at all. So I was kind of surprised at the action on
beans. And beans didn't want to, join too much, but they ended up going up, floating all boats, rising tide floats all boats. But you basically, you had just kind of a bullish looking day. But like I say, usually it's like the yield was down 6 bushels or something crazy. The numbers were way off. The numbers weren't way off. If anything, the numbers that were off was more acreage, more harvested acres, and just generally more corn around. The production was second highest ever. But this is the first year where basically the demand has been chewing through that supply. So we're almost outpacing the production. Now, I didn't want to jinx it there, but
I thought the yield number was especially bullish. But
it was a farmer survey.
Not good for farmers either.
It's a farmer survey number, and we don't know what the USDA has in store. Is it going back up? What's it going to do? We've had rain here. That is going to be a tougher number to deal with. But still, we're in the framework where now we can work higher. I had some stuff out. We had targets at 512 and I think 524, for December, or it might have been the March contract. We're going to probably raise those targets after this report. Now, you don't want to get too greedy, but still, You got to remember, we have huge production. There's going to be huge supplies coming in. Market might even got a little ahead of itself for this time of year. But you also have things going on in the world that also could just keep this ball rolling.
Yeah, we don't want to get too carried away either. So.
No.
I will be interested to see what happens with both beans and wheat over the next 2 weeks or so, just because of post-report and seeing what happens world-wide. Because if the Black Sea stuff settles down, we digest this report. Like, August isn't necessarily a bullish month.
No, and you can find bottoms in, you could say that bottoms often come in August. That's true. But yeah, you don't, with the looming big supplies coming in, no matter how large or small the supplies are, like in 2012, still the supplies coming in tends to bring the price down if it's at an elevated price. Normally, you're not at an elevated price. You're at lows. Last year, this time, we're at $3.95 for September corn, and we were making our low literally like right now and the year before as well. We're in a different gray zone here. We're near $5 or $4.80 something for corn, and for December, and it's just different. And it should be different. Demand is chewed through these supplies, and we have a different market. Now, the good news is there's going to be all kinds of fun things to do. We're going to be looking at bull spreads. We're going to be looking at selling puts, buying calls. How do we re-own this and try to keep it somewhat safe? That's what we're going to be focusing on in the days ahead. I'm not running out and chasing this thing, that's for sure. But this is the pullbacks can happen fast and furious, and that's where I want to get involved. I do not want to chase this.
And I like to give the report a day or two to settle out. Now, looking forward to the weekend, we probably want to look at some things coming up in the next week or two, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Especially if you are considering Black Sea potential.
Yes. Yeah. It's gonna be a more news oriented market. You're gonna get things that could really send it up a lot, or like a peace deal could happen in Iran and the U.S. Even though everybody's tired of talking, things can change really quick on that side too. So being flexible is the right answer here. But this has a lot of potential now. But again, you don't want to get too ahead of yourself and say this is going to $6. You don't want to fall into that trap either. You're going to need better fundamentals to make $6. But now 530 is certainly possible.
So we got about 2 minutes till the market opens here, John. I need to ask you, though, because you mentioned on Tuesday you shorted the Dow, and other people might want to look at the other side. And
is it working? I haven't even looked at it.
It's not working for you. It's working for those you gave the advice to.
Yeah.
I mean, was that advice?
Yeah, do the opposite.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter what happens.
Crude was your basis for it.
Yes.
Right? And crude's down $2 today.
Yeah, and then, of course, I'm sure the Dow's up $1 million. Meanwhile, though, real demand is falling, and it will show up in the numbers eventually, as it always does. It's been slow, but, yeah, it's... the stock market has been in quite the uptrend. It's
it's been insane.
Never a great idea to go against it.
It's like cattle. Oh wait, cattle maybe.
Cattle's the trend's changed. The trends are changing.
So you watching crude? I mean, it can be a good weekend play. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say which way.
Crude is crude's tough. I mean, there's guys definitely in it, and it's very fleeting profits both directions. You got to be careful on crude, very dangerous stuff. I'm not that interested.
Sounds good.
Time for the markets.
Yeah. Leave your number quick.
218-731-1578.
Thanks, John.
Yep.